Hey there! You've probably realized the common issue of the Sony Alpha cameras that they have a terrible battery life. Except the Mark III cameras, because they have improved camera life. But maybe you don't have a Sony camera, maybe you have a Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, Olympus or some other camera. Don't worry, these options that I'm gonna give you now are versatile and they work across the camera makes. So here are some of my ways to power your camera and extend your recording or shooting time. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the best option and then I'm gonna work my way down to the worst option. But by worst option, I mean the option that gives you the least recording time and the best option that gives you the most recording time. Also, I'm focusing on the video side, how you record with your camera, because that's what I do mostly. So if you are shooting mostly photos, then some of the option rankings, you know, like which is the best option and worst option, might vary for you because you're shooting photos. It all just depends on which is your shooting method and what situation you're in and how you use your camera. Also, depending on your camera, some of the options might not work but should work on your camera. So the option one is a dummy battery, which I have over here. So basically this is a camera battery that has a wire hanging out from it, and you connect this to your camera and then you connect this wire to the wall, and this is gonna give you unlimited recording time and unlimited power. And basically that's it. That's as simple as it is. Also, I'm gonna list out the pros and cons of each option. So the pros or good sides of this powering option is that it gives you unlimited powering options, so you will never run out of battery and you can take as much photos as your SD cards allow. Also, this is fairly cheap. You could get it for a very cheap price, and it doesn't add much weight to your camera. It even takes away the weight because this battery is lighter than the camera battery because it's empty inside. Now, the bad sides of this powering option is that you are stuck in one place or only able to move as much as this cable allows you to move from the wall. Obviously, you know, you attach another cable to here. This is just part of this powering option as an example for you, but you're stuck to your position or to next to the wall plug. And another bad side is the design feature. So it could be a bit annoying that you have this wire hanging out from the bottom of your camera and might restrict how you shoot or how you take photos. Option number two is external power bank. So this option only works with the cameras that allow you to charge the camera battery through the micro USB port of the camera, which most of the latest cameras can do. So basically how this works is you take a power bank like this one, and then you have a micro USB cable, and then you connect this power bank to your camera micro USB port, and that way it starts charging the camera battery. Now, this option doesn't give you unlimited recording time because the battery drains faster than the power bank can charge the camera battery, which means that basically that external power bank just slows down the drainage of the camera battery, and that way gives you more recording time. So how much recording time does it give you? Well, it just depends on your camera and the camera battery and how big is your power bank. So some of the plus sides for this powering option is that you can get this option very cheap and there's variable options. You can get so many different sizes, prices, different capacity sizes of these power banks, so it's very variable and it can be very, very cheap. It's also portable. You're not restricted to a wall plug. You can take this wherever you go, even on a desert, on a deserted island. It still works there. You just have to have a power bank. Now, the bad sides for this powering option is that it adds weight to your camera. It's quite awkward to mount this to your camera or somehow attach this to the camera, especially if it's that size. Obviously, there's like better sizes like cylinder ones and smaller sizes that you can even mount to your hot shoe mount somehow. But it's just gonna be a little bit awkward and adds weight to your camera. Option number three is battery grips, which I have one over here. This is one of the latest options that I have discovered and have absolutely grown to love. This is meant for photo shooting mainly, or designed to do that for photos. so that you can take portrait photos when you have, so you don't have to take photos like that, but you can also take portrait photos like that. But it also works brilliantly when shooting video as well. So basically what this is you buy this battery grip, which is basically like your camera body extension that allows you to mount 2 camera batteries instead of 1 to your camera. And not just extending your camera battery life, it also improves the ergonomics of your camera. At least it has done for my Sony A7s II. So some of the plus sides for this option is that it is extremely portable and comfortable. So you just attach this to your camera, kind of screw it in, it's attached to your camera and it feels part of your camera body. It's not like something that's extra hanging out or somewhere, so it's extremely comfortable and very like compact. Second of all, it looks really cool. It makes your camera much bigger. I know it's like no actual extra powering functions or powering time or recording time, but it makes your camera and you look pretty cool, you know, like makes your camera body much bigger. Feels like, oh, what camera are you shooting on? Now the bad side is that it only gives you 2 times the battery capacity, because you can only put 2 batteries in. There's no way you can get any more. Another bad thing about this is that it's probably the most expensive of the powering methods here, because this can cost you the original ones for your camera makes. For example, I'm shooting on Sony, so if I got a Sony battery grip, it can be like $150 or $200 or pounds, whereas this is at least 2 or 3 times as cheap as the original one, but can be as good. So it can still be quite expensive. And the last thing bad about this is that it can be awkward changing the batteries. Once you have run out of these 2 batteries and you've done your long shoot, it's not as easy as changing the 1 battery, because you're changing 2 batteries and they change a little bit differently. So the first one, at least for this model, comes out with like, there's like a little leap on the side, you pull it out, so it allows you to take one of them out, and then the other one you have to push one way and then pull it out. So it's a little bit like getting used to, but once you know how this works, you can do it kind of blindfolded and then put it back in your camera and back in your camera grip. Now the fourth option is third-party batteries, which I have over here, and I have absolutely tons of these. I think I have some more batteries somewhere over there, but this is just a cheap way to kind of add recording time to your camera. It doesn't actually extend 1 battery recording time, because you're only going to use 1 battery, but what it does is going to give you a cheap alternative for the original Sony batteries. So for example, this Sony battery costs about 50-60 pounds or dollars, and I can get replacements that can actually perform even longer for about 7 or 10 pounds. If you want to find the video about these comparison to original and third-party batteries, click on the link above there and you can find it, or in the description below. So basically, the good sides of these is that you can find very cheap third-party batteries that can give you extra batteries, and it's very quick change time, because you change the battery exactly like you do with the original, so there's nothing different over there. But the bad sides are these, that it doesn't give you any extra recording time, and it is really awkward to carry around these batteries in your pockets, so your pockets are always full of extra batteries. Now 5, the last extra option is something combined. What you can do is you can get a battery grip and then charge your phone through the power bank, and you can have loads of these batteries as well. So this is kind of like a combined function if you wanted to still be really portable, but you can't plug it to the wall, but you need as much recording time as you can. Then what you can do is attach a battery grip, put 2 full batteries inside, and then also have a power bank that charges your batteries while you're filming, which can give you extra long recording time. In conclusion, these were 5 of my powering options for your mirrorless DSLR cameras, and hopefully you can get some more recording time out of your camera now. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this episode of Tech Notice, and hopefully now you can record for much longer. And hey, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lauri. I'm doing Tech Notice, this channel. It's about tech and camera gear reviews and other interesting tech products. So if you like this video, consider subscribing. Please, if you find this video helpful, please leave a like to the video so that I can get feedback from you whether I've done a good job or not a good job, and other people can find this video easier. Also, I'm gonna leave some links in the description for all of these things that I was talking about, some battery grips, and obviously depending on your camera as well, just click and find your camera make. So it's just gonna help you find some of the good products that I recommend you to use for this powering options. And one last time, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye.